She was once everyone's favorite, and now she's track and field's most hated athlete. If you heard of Sha'carri Richardson, you probably have heard about her recent marijuana scandal, which led to her not being able to compete for the Tokyo Olympics in the 2022 track and field season. She was expected to lead Team USA to victory in the 100 meter and 200 meter dash. However, she was banned for 30 days for testing positive for marijuana. But there's so much more to this young lady that most people won't talk about, so I'll break this down for you in this video. Coming from Dallas, Texas, Sha'carri would be one of the most dominant runners in high school attending Carter High, where after graduating would take her talents to LSU, where everything would change. As a freshman, Sha'carri Richardson's fame skyrocketed in 2019 after she threw down an insane time of 10.75 in a 100 meter dash, which not only broke the women's 100 meter record in college, but would also place her as top 7 all time in the event. But why do so many people not like an athlete who already had done so many great things? Well, with an increase in fame also came an increase in haters as well. We have all seen the effects of what an enormous amount of fame in such a small amount of time can do to anyone, and Sha'carri was no different. The decision she made would now be magnified, whether it be a good one or bad one, and more people now will be able to criticize those decisions. After breaking the 100 meter collegiate record and having an insane season that year, Sha'carri became the first freshman in the 11-year history to receive the Bowerman Award. The Bowerman Award nominates the best collegiate athletes in the nation for that year. She would then announce she would go pro, and her collegiate track and field career would be history. She would then make her pro debut at the 2019 Prefontaine Classic, placing 4th with a time of 11:15 in the 100 meter dash. She would go on to have more races that year, but what happened after is what changed it all. Coming straight out of high school to then go to college, breaking records, and then the same year go pro, you can imagine the level of confidence this young lady had for herself. But can you blame her? There are a few track and field athletes in history that had done what she did, and not only that, but to be 19 years of age. But to others' eyes, that level of confidence could also be taken in as cockiness and vice versa. In many eyes, when Sha'carri would win a race, she would be very excited and have a huge smile on her face while also making many hand and arm gestures. But when she wouldn't get the results she was expecting, you would see her a little upset and walk off the track very quickly. But as a professional athlete and an athlete in general, to take a loss or not to perform at the extent that you know you are capable of would 100% be tough to endure. Sha'carri was no different. Sha'carri, being an athlete who always likes to work harder, would feel disappointed in herself, feeling as if she let her fans and family down. On top of all that, Sha'carri would have to face the hardest loss of all. Her biological mom had passed away. With all this going on, Sha'carri would then fail a drug test, testing positive for marijuana. She would then come out to speak upon what had happened and her emotions tied to it all. We as humans go through grief and loss in many different ways. Some are more extreme than others. However, the way for Sha'carri to get through such a time was through marijuana. Even though she knew the risks and knew she could possibly fail a drug test, she still did it. For others who looked up to her, they understood why she did what she did. May not have agreed, but understood. But to the already doubters and haters, it was just more ammunition to use against her, not knowing of the hardship this young athlete was already going through. Sha'carri would then be able to compete again and do well in most of her races. Not quite the performances we are used to her having, but overall not bad for just coming back. The year 2023 will be the year where Sha'carri can put this all behind her and demonstrate her great abilities again on the track. Everyone has their own opinions about Sha'carri Richardson, some good and some bad. I hope this video helped to explain those opinions and why some might feel as such. But the final question I must ask you: what do you think she'll do in the year 2023? This is Aries, and I hope to see you guys next time.